What if the Maya civilization never collapsed and existed today? The year is 2026. You open Google Maps, but instead of Mexico and Central America, you see something else. The Maya Empire. 50 million citizens, pyramids taller than skyscrapers, a civilization that predicted eclipses 1,000 years ago, now launching satellites into space. This isn't fantasy. The Maya were on track to become a superpower, then they vanished. But what if they didn't? Around 900 AD, one of history's greatest civilizations just stopped. Massive cities abandoned, millions gone. To this day, we don't fully know why. Drought? War? Environmental collapse? But here's the thing. The Maya didn't go extinct. Their descendants are alive today. 6 million people speaking Maya languages, keeping traditions alive. But their empire, their knowledge, their power? Lost to history. Except in our scenario, it wasn't. The drought never came. The cities never fell. The Maya kept building, kept discovering, kept advancing. So let's travel to 2026 in a world where the Maya Empire never collapsed. Welcome to the Maya Federation, a nation stretching from southern Mexico through Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. Population, 50 million. Capital, Tikal. Not ancient ruins, but a thriving metropolis of 5 million people. But this isn't just Mexico with a different name. This is a fundamentally different civilization. The skyline? Stepped pyramids, but modern. Imagine if the Maya kept building upward for 1,100 years. We're talking 200-meter-tall pyramids with glass facades, solar panels covering every level, temples at the top, offices and apartments inside. Architecture that blends ancient design with cutting-edge engineering. The Maya were master mathematicians. They invented the concept of zero independently, before Europe even knew it existed. They calculated planetary movements with accuracy that rivals modern computers. They predicted eclipses centuries in advance using nothing but observation and mathematics. Now, give them 1,100 more years of development. Maya universities would be the MIT of astronomy and mathematics. Their calendar system, more accurate than the one we use, would likely be the global standard. That Maya apocalypse in 2012, just their calendar rolling over to a new cycle, like our odometer hitting 100,000 miles. Except the world might actually use their calendar. Their writing system, glyphs that combine sound and meaning, would have evolved into one of the world's major written languages. Imagine hieroglyphics, but adapted for computers, smartphones, digital communication. The Unicode Consortium would have an entire section for Maya glyphs. Here's where it gets wild. The Maya built massive cities in the jungle without metal tools, without the wheel for transportation, without pack animals. They created sophisticated water management systems, raised field agriculture, and urban planning that sustained millions. Now, imagine that engineering genius with modern materials. The Maya would be green technology superpower. They were sun worshippers, after all. Advanced water purification and conservation, sustainable urban agriculture, vertical farming integrated into those massive pyramid structures. Climate change? The Maya lived through droughts before. They'd be at the forefront of climate science and adaptation technology. Space exploration? The Maya were obsessed with the cosmos. They tracked Venus with incredible precision. They understood astronomical cycles that most civilizations ignored. NASA would have serious competition from the Maya Space Agency. Their satellites would have glyphs on the side instead of English letters. And chocolate. Oh, the chocolate industry would be completely different. The Maya invented it. Chocolate was literally their currency and sacred drink. Today, the Maya Federation would control the global chocolate market. Forget Swiss chocolate. Maya master chocolatiers would be the gold standard. But technology isn't everything. Let's talk culture. The Maya Empire today would be intensely religious, but not in the way you think. Maya religion was about cycles, balance, cosmic order. Time wasn't linear, it was circular. history repeated in patterns. How would that worldview impact a modern civilization? Instead of the Western obsession with progress and growth, the Maya might focus on sustainability and harmony. Their economy might operate on different principles, not endless expansion, but balanced cycles. Boom and bust wouldn't be acceptable. They'd design systems for long-term stability. Social media probably exists, but with a completely different philosophy. The Maya valued community and cosmic connection over individual fame. Their version of Instagram might prioritize community achievements over personal selfies. Sports, the Maya had a ball game, brutal, ritualistic, incredibly important. Imagine if that evolved into a global sport like soccer. The FIFA World Cup would have competition from the Maya Ball Game Championship. Players would be national heroes. Art would be everywhere. The Maya created some of history's most intricate art, and not just for elites. Common people had access to beauty, to public spaces, to monumental architecture. Modern Maya cities would integrate art into everything. Every building a canvas, every public space a gallery. Education would be mandatory and universal. The Maya valued knowledge intensely. Astronomy, mathematics, history, art. Literacy rates would be among the highest in the world. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: colonialism. In our timeline, the Spanish conquistadors destroyed the Maya. Smallpox, warfare, enslavement, one of history's greatest tragedies. But in this timeline, the Maya Empire never collapsed. They had 600 more years to develop before Europeans arrived. They'd be stronger, more unified, more technologically advanced. The Spanish still come in the 1500s, but they find something very different. Not scattered city-states, but a powerful empire with millions of soldiers, advanced weapons, and intimate knowledge of jungle warfare. The conquistadors might try. They'd fail spectacularly. Fast forward to 2026, the Maya Federation would be a major world power, a permanent member of the UN Security Council, a voice in global politics that cannot be ignored. Relations with the United States would be complicated. Instead of American influence dominating Central America, you'd have the Maya Federation as a regional superpower. The border wouldn't be the Rio Grande, it would be somewhere in Texas or Arizona. NAFTA would be NAFMA, North American Free Maya Agreement. Global politics would be multipolar: USA, China, EU, Russia, India, and the Maya Federation, a civilization with a completely different worldview, influencing global decisions on climate, economics, space exploration. But let's be real. Not everything would be positive. The Maya practiced human sacrifice. Maybe they would have stopped as they modernized. Most civilizations abandoned brutal practices, but maybe they wouldn't have. Imagine a modern nation where ritual sacrifice was part of the state religion. That's a dystopian nightmare. International pressure would be immense. Human rights organizations would go insane. The Maya would face sanctions, condemnation, isolation. Or perhaps the civilization would have evolved. Many scholars believe Maya sacrifice was political, not purely religious, a way to maintain power, intimidate enemies, unify people through shared ritual. As the empire modernized, democratic pressures might have ended the practice. There's also the question of expansionism. The Maya were not peaceful. They fought wars, conquered neighbors, demanded tribute. A powerful Maya empire in 2026 might be imperialistic, dominating smaller neighbors, extracting resources, enforcing cultural hegemony. And let's not forget internal problems. Every civilization has them: corruption, inequality, political instability. The Maya would face modern challenges: economic disparity, environmental degradation, political corruption, social unrest. Just because they survived doesn't mean they'd create utopia. So what if the Maya never collapsed? we'd live in a radically different world, a major civilization with a non-Western worldview influencing everything from technology to philosophy. Green energy might be decades ahead. Space exploration might be a competition between 3 or 4 space agencies, not just 2. The global economy might operate on different principles, cycles instead of endless growth. But we'd also face new challenges: cultural clashes between Maya philosophy and Western values, potential human rights conflicts, geopolitical tensions over a powerful empire controlling Central America. The Maya civilization gave us mathematics, astronomy, incredible art, chocolate, and a calendar more accurate than our own. They built wonders in the jungle that still baffle engineers today. Imagine what they could have given us with 1,100 more years. We'll never know what we lost when the Maya cities fell silent. But in an alternate timeline, one small change, one avoided drought, the world might be unrecognizable. Better in some ways, worse in others, but definitely, absolutely fascinating. The Maya aren't gone. 6 million descendants keep the culture alive. The language is spoken, the traditions continue. But the empire, that's lost to time. Unless, in some parallel universe, it isn't.